Hello, ancestors. What is the message you would have us learn about tonight? Other two-part dreams, ancestors. What is the divine message that you would have us learn and know about? Cassie, removing all runes that are not face up with their alphabetic emblems. Those go back in my pouch. I believe I have all of them secured away. Okay, now we will line up the runes in our layers, as you know that I work through. So, first level is practical and earthly matters. So here's Fehu, number 1. And, I missed one. That needs to go in the bag. It's on a diagonal. So, okay, here's radial. That's 5. So, yep, that's about right position. Here's 4. That's Anzus. Okay, I think that is it for the physical material. That was pretty brief. Okay, let's go to the emotional and mental growth area. This is the cleaning house area. So what is the divine message, ancestral message for tonight in this area? I am seeing Jera, which is directly under number 4 because it's 12. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, wait a minute. We have this one. That's the elk or the praying one. So that's 15. So Jera is 12. So we have 13, 14, 15. Oh yeah, we have Swalilo. That's the lightning. That's number 16. Okay, so we have 1 through 8, 9 through 16. Now we will grab our spiritual level cloth tape here. I know it looks pretty Native American. My spouse was Native American, so that is why it looks that way, because I have a lot of crafting materials from that part of my life that is no longer because he passed. But that's all right. We continue to move on, don't we? Okay. I'm not having this lined up right. This one needs to go here, so I just need to space those out better. So I have to get M in here. And that needs to shift over a little bit. Okay, so I'll move over here. So we have 17, 18, 19, skipping 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So look at all of that. We are definitely talking spirituality tonight. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. We have 3 in the emotional, mental cleansing area. And we have 3 in the material zone. So spirituality, definitely a connection there. We have 2 here, we have 2 here, and 2 here. So that may be a significance as we work vertically and not just horizontally as well. So let's go through the alphabet and the runes. This is number 1. So that's Fehu. Again, that's, I think, money. Beware of fraud, though. That's kind of one of those touch points. But F, funds, money, Fehu. Okay, so we skipped 2, and then we go to Anzus. That's Odin. Again, that's communication. Beware of debts and temptations. Again, it's kind of F for funds, so you have to kind of watch that. But a lot of wisdom, love, and friendship there. And that is Jera here, which is the harvest, the Wheel of Fortune, recovery or completion of a cycle. So there's that connection. And then if we continue, so we have Fehu, we have Anzus, and then we have Radio. This is travel, help, thinking about if you blame others, you're going to be in separation from them because they're not going to put up with you, right? So radio, I think of the Red Rider wagon. I don't know why that I always go that way, but I do. So this is really physical movement. Again, a lot of travel is related to that. Okay, so that is the first row. Okay. Then we have Jera, and that was the harvest, the Wheel of Fortune. That was number 12. So then we skipped 13, 14, and then we go to the elk antlers. This is Algiz, the protective rune, the antenna that connects you to source, sort of your shield, your help, restorative rune. You can overcome any adversity, again, because you're connected to source. He's the antenna. You have transmission. And when you do that, then Swalilo, number 16, is you have success, you have self-control, self-mastery, victory over your passions. It's kind of the soul or the beehive there on that level. So here we have the connection, the antenna, but then we also have the release and seeing into the light. I think of this a lot of times as butterfly. That's Dagas. Okay. And then this was Swalilo, number 16. That's the soul. Victory. Okay. And that connection goes to the number 8 on the spiritual realm, or 24. So that's the master of the house. You're following the ancestors. So there's legacy, assets, inheritance, family tradition, learning from the past, good luck. So that's the connection there. Okay. Now, let's talk the spiritual realm, because we have 7. We have Tiwaz. Think of that as like your arrow or your sword, war, kind of your law and order, direction. You can see clearly. You hit the target. There's victory. You have to be careful that intrigue doesn't thwart you. Evil's avoided. Beware of envy, malice, and revenge, however. Okay, this one, think of female nursing apparatuses, a bra or a chest there. So that's Berkano. That's motherly love, femininity, growth, might be pregnant with children. There's no better love than motherly love. Here we have M, Iwas. That's supposed to look like horse with ears there. So think friendship, loyalty, trust, devotion, promotion, increase. You have spiritual connection. You're thinking with your heart. Not your mind, but your heart kind of connects with the motherly love, right? Skip a rune. We go to Laguz. Water, get with the flow. It kind of looks like a staff. So that can be used to balance yourself. Think introspection, medicine, spirituality, tribulations, humiliation, disagreement, to be overcome on the kind of the negative side of this rune, or things to be aware of. Okay, these double X's, that's the hearth or creative area. Think about good investments, shelter, prosperity, luck, gestation. A lot of times they'll think this is the cocoon. Okay, and when you have a cocoon, then the butterfly comes out, right? That's Degas, that means day. Butterfly, you're released, you see the light. Change, beginning a new cycle, could mean fortune, marriage, and that intrigue is finally thwarted, so that you can reach the 24th rune, which is Othala. Again, home, assets, inheritance. You learned from the past. Your ancestors are there for you, helping you learn and grow. You're spiritually connected, all as well. Okay. Can you see some areas where you might be struggling, where you need to work on, that you have a message here? What would it be? What is the focus for tonight? Okay. I'll raise my panel up here a little bit so you can see a little better. Sorry about that. Didn't think to prop that up, but I can here so that you can see a little better. Okay, now I need to put my runes back in their order here. Okay, so really looking at the spiritual realm, we have 1 here, 1 here, 8 here, 8 here, 7, 7, 4, 4. Okay. When you start with money, you have to have good communication, beware of any debts or limitations. You need to look at improving, helping others. Again, don't blame them. That'll lead to a great harvest in your life, Wheel of Fortune. You'll be connected and protected by your source. When you do that, you'll have victory over any passions and things that could lead you astray. You don't want to get yourself into some poor legal matters. You want to stick to the message, keep the bullseye in focus. Think honor, drive, reach your target, hang out for the victory. Love one another. There's no better love than a mother's love. Think with your heart. Go with the flow. Listen to your intuition, your psychic. Balance. Be introspective. When you do that, you can sometimes need to sit in solitude or quietness, get cocooned up. And once you go quiet, then you're able to hear the message. You have change, you'll see the light. Things will work out well, because then you'll reach that final goal with the ancestors, and you'll have created yourself a family legacy. Okay. Here's the runes back in their deck. I hope that helped. I hope that gave you an idea of what I do to set up the runes and how to read them and to apply them into your own life. So take care from Rest Runes, and we'll talk to you later. Have a great night.